Alright, hello boys and girls, moms and dads. Welcome to Here's Homeschooling Academy. This is 5th grade science, week number 27. And we are going to be talking about changes in shadows and seasons and the moon today. Alright, so let's talk about shadows, for example. So the shadow of an object is the image of that object, usually dark, which is cast to the ground on the opposite side of a light source. How many people have seen shadows before? I bet you've seen a shadow before. Let's try to draw this to reflect on that little understanding. So if a man is standing over here like this, well, let's try to get another color for it. So if somebody stands here like this, so let's assume this is you. All right, you're standing here on a beautiful sunny day with a little smile to your face, and then the sun starts to shine like this. You're gonna see the sun shining down on you like that. Well, that sun is going to be casting a shadow of you on the other side, pretty much like you're lying down on the floor or something like that. You're going to see your shadow over there like that on the opposite direction. Well, that understanding is going to be really important to understand how patterns operate in our world. The size and the length, the whiteness of the shadow changes depending on the light source. And you can try that out with maybe a flashlight in a dark room. The position of the sun affects the size of our shadows. Shadows are long when the sun is low on the horizon. In other words, the sun is closer to you. And when the sun is high in the sky, shadows are shorter. You can try to do that exercise. So use a flashlight in a dark room to change the size of shadows cast on an object. On a ruler, for example, you're going to bring the flashlight close to the ruler, see the impact of that on the shadow. Take the flashlight away, see the impact of that on the shadow. Well, that understanding is going to tell us a couple of things about changes in seasons. But firstly, what are the 4 major seasons on Earth? There are 4 major seasons on Earth: the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall, or what some people call the autumn. Now, these seasons change from time to time because the Earth is tilted along its axis. The Earth is not sitting straight as it rotates around the sun every day, or as it rotates around its axis every day, and as it revolves around the sun every year. Right? So it revolves around the sun every year, but it rotates around its own axis every day. Now, this tilt is typically known as 23.5 degrees from the vertical axis, and different parts of the Earth get exposed to the sun at different times. Now, the Earth's distance is not the reason for the changes in the seasons. Rather, it is the Earth's tilt along its own axis. So, I stand to be corrected when I say that it's the distance of the sun from the Earth that causes changes in seasons, but some scientists have actually challenged that paradigm right now to say that no, it is the tilt that affects the seasons and how the seasons actually change. So what's the meaning of that? So take a look at this picture over here. So you are going to see that right here. So let us assume that this is the Earth right over here like that. Okay, so let's assume that this is going to be the vertical axis. No, it cannot be the vertical axis like that. Let's undo. All right, undo. All right, yeah, we can call this like the vertical. Let's say this is the vertical axis, but the Earth is actually, tilted away from the vertical axis at this angle. Now this angle is what we call the tilt angle, which is going to be approximately 23.5 degrees. So in other words, the north pole of the earth is going to be here in this direction, and then the south pole is going to be here in this direction, and then over here is going to be east, okay, and over here is going to be the west. So can you see that the earth is actually not sitting up straight? In other words, the north pole is not in the direction of this vertical axis that I just drew for you a moment ago. So the earth itself is tilting a little bit to the right in this direction. Now, so scientists believe that because of that tilt, different parts of the earth's surface will be exposed to the sun at different times, and that's the reason for changes in weather patterns. All right, so that's what we can say for now, and you're welcome to click on this link to see additional facts about that. In fact, let's go ahead and click on it. You are going to see some facts about it, about how the moon and the earth are viewed from above the solar system. So go ahead and read that and do a project about it. Look at this picture here, and then I'm going to say here, let's say your project, read from the link above and write a one-page summary of what you learned. Okay, so that's going to be your project for this week. So let's go ahead and do that. You're going to read from the link above, write a one-page summary of what you learned, and then share with your mommy or your daddy or your friend. All right, so quick question for you. Why do seasons change on the earth? All right, so seasons change on the earth because of the tilt of the earth from the vertical axis, not necessarily because some parts of the earth are going to be closer to the sun or farther away from the sun. Why do shadows change during the day? Now, shadows are going to change during the day because the sun is either low on the horizon or farther away from the horizon. So that point is still correct. But the reason seasons change is typically because the earth is not sitting up straight. So the earth is a little bit tilted. You're going to see the North Pole and the South Pole literally getting tilted away from the vertical axis as depicted in this picture. All right, good stuff. All right, so that's what I've got for you today, boys and girls, week number 27. Please reflect on these points so that you can internalize what we talked about. All right, remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with Heroes Born,